I didn't know I was on mute. Predicanga, thank you. Artisan, thank you. This is the joy of streaming at a time which isn't my normal time of day for streaming. My default is I leave my mic on mute just in case I accidentally like go live or something, just to be like, just leave my mic off. Hello everyone, we got a Pokemon Presents. I was just doing the social posts. Hello, Artisan, hey Predicanga. Sasha Akula says I forgot this was today. Yeah, it's today. Apparently it's a pretty short one. It's 13 minutes. So, don't go in expecting a huge amount today, I guess. I'm just finishing my lunch, so excuse me for finishing a sandwich. Yes, it is a premiere this time, which means no spoilers from people scrubbing through. It'll start on time. The only premiere I could find on an official channel was Pokemon's Asia English account. I can't see why this wouldn't be an okay one to watch. We'll see. There's no currently announced Pokemon content that we would, like... There'll probably be Pokemon Unite news, maybe like some kind of update for Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Cafe Remix, Pokemon Masters EX. The big thing is there are two competing schools of thought right now. There's a bunch of people that I think rightly expect that Ilka, the people who did Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, are probably doing a Gen 5 remake. And there's a lot of chatter that we're getting something Gen 2, be it a Let's Go Johto, Legends Johto, some kind of Johto spin-off-y thing. Yeah, Pokemon Sleep will show up in some regard, I'm sure. Pokemon Go will probably get a spotlight. I believe there was a premiere on the main Pokemon channel, but it was set to tomorrow for some reason. Curious. Honestly, this is probably not going to be a big year for Pokemon. This is probably, like, I believe Gen 5 remakes are coming, because if you look at, like, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, if you look at the main Pokemon games currently on Switch, all of them keep avoiding Gen 5 Pokemon. Gen 5 has, like, by far the biggest amount of they're not available in any of the other Switch Pokemon games, which to me says they're trying to save them because they're planning a Gen 5 remake. Like, that much seems fixed. Ooh, if there is a premiere on the main YouTube channel, drop me a link in the chat and I'll probably swap over to that. Like, I don't think it's going to be Black and White 3. I think it's going to be remakes. Like, you know, maybe we'll be surprised, but, like, I don't see Black and White 3 coming. Okay, thank you, Izzy. We got a bunch of Gen 5 Pokemon in the second DLC. Yeah, but if you look at, like, the statistical breakdown, Gen 5 is still the generation that has by far the biggest number of, like, missing Pokemon. There's a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon that just aren't available in any of the Switch games still. Okay. Let's... Yeah, this'll do. There are still, like, when you go look at a list of which Pokemon can you not shiny hunt on the Switch, the biggest list is Gen 5. It's all Gen 5 shit. It's just never been made available. Gen 2 to 5 were the chosen legendary trios to have paradox forms. Yeah, again, there's a lot of stuff that feels like it's hinting at Gens 2 and 5 getting some kind of revisit. Yeah, Patrat, Simisear, Frou-Frou. Let me look up the list. What is the list of Pokemon not available in the Switch games? Forgive me while I finish eating my lunch as we chat. Oh, you're right. Frou-Frou, I guess, is Gen 6. Is the list... Okay, there's 21 Pokemon not available in any of the Switch games. Snivy, Servine, Superior, Tepig, Pignite, Embor, Patrat, Watchog, Pansage, Simisage, Panseer, Simisear, Panpour, Simipour, Furfru, Pick-a-Peck. Oh no, Pick-a-Peck and Trumbeak and Toucanon are available now. And Minior. But yeah, most of that is Gen 5 stuff still. It's still mostly Gen 5 stuff. Abby, thank you very much for the 52 months of sub. Goodness gracious, it has been a while now. Finn Siegmund in the YouTube chat, I don't think we'll see a new generation today. It's too early still. Even at their current pace of making games, even if they weren't slowing down at all, I would expect next year at the earliest to be when we get Gen 10. And even then, it'll probably be an original Switch. It'll probably still run on the OG Switch, because that's how Pokemon Company likes to be. We might even go longer, given that the Pokemon Company seems to have actually taken on board some of the feedback about needing to slow the hell down a little bit on some of their releases. Maybe, maybe not, but like this year would be too early, even if they were keeping up their current pace. 6 of those were starters in the DLC. It's just Patrat and the Monkeys. Oh yeah, the Tepig line. Was the Snovy line? I guess the Snovy line was in the DLC, yeah. Okay. But again, Patrat and the Monkeys is still... That's Gen 5 ones. I do hope we go long and give it time. We'll see. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't imagine we see anything Gen 10. Like, Gen 10 would be like October next year, would be my guess. Maybe later if they want to give it longer, but the earliest is October next year. Also, don't expect Gen 10 today, because this video is going to be 13 minutes long. You would expect longer if we're getting spin-offs and a new gen. Patrat and the Monkeys is the name of your band. So yeah, I would expect like updates on Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Cafe Remix. I'm going to expect that to take up like a good solid like 7 minutes, like a little over half. I think we get 6 minutes, 2 spin-offs. Gen 5 Remake, like I'm putting my money on Gen 5 Remake, Gen 2 spin-off. Gen 5 will be a pretty straightforward remake. Gen 2 will be something a little more experimental in the vein of Legends Arceus, in the vein of Let's Go Pikachu. Something like that. Are we getting the whole video at once? It's a premiere on YouTube, which means essentially a live stream. They'll be announcing a standalone Sujimon game. For those of you who weren't around for last night's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth live stream, you won't have heard. I spent the live stream last night editing Jonathan off of Road Rules singing the Sujimon rap. And there is a rough edit of it on my desktop. Like, it exists. You can listen to it start to finish, the Sujimon rap. Gotta bribe them all, gotta bribe them all. Yeah, Terra. Who is that Sujimon? Yeah, like, if... I have no proof for this. My gut says Gen 5 remake in the chibi style of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. A Legends game that is a pretty cut and... Like, I could see conceivably a new Legends game, pretty cut and paste idea, different sort of toned setting, different availability of Pokemon, and they tease like 1 or 2 new evolution forms or something. Like, I don't know, that's maybe wishful thinking on my part, but that's what I want to believe for Gen 2. I could see a, like, Legends Celebi making sense. I see people wanting to see more Mystery Dungeon, more Pokemon Rangers being mentioned in the YouTube chat. I'd love to see it too. My gut says anything like that they would save for early next year, like try and hit the ground running with Switch 2. Bella Bean says, Laura, which is your favourite Sujimon? My favourite Sujimon is Squirmworm, which is just a man trapped in a sleeping bag. The zip's broken, he can't get out. He's just a man in a sleeping bag. Squirmworm. He's squirming around like a worm because he's trapped in his sleeping bag. Honestly, Legends Arceus might be my favourite Pokemon game, full stop. Like, I know there are things people don't like about it, like, I know the changes that prevent it really having a competitive scene kind of suck. Like, if you did Legends Arceus, but abilities and held items existed and you could do online multiplayer, I think, like, it would be a different competitive scene because of, like, the fast and slow attack styles, but I think a community would flourish around that. Right, I've nearly finished my toast. Sorry about this while I finish my chocolate and cinnamon toast, because I am a giant child. Heavy Man, he doesn't need competitive multiplayer, but I would love to see competitive multiplayer added. I would love to see the ability to have... I would love to see what a competitive scene could do with that attack switching style mechanic. I mean, look, Gen 2 makes sense for a Legends game mainly because Celebi's whole deal was time travel, and there's been a lot of hinting to Gen 2 from things. I am Alex C. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you for distracting Jeff Bezos with a big cutout picture of a Snorlax, making him think he can't go somewhere, so that you can steal some of his coins and slide them over the table to me. Puz says, I'm just crossing my fingers for Gen 1 and Gen 2 coming to Nintendo Switch Online with Stadium compatibility. Putting Gen 1, 2, and 3 on Nintendo Switch Online with Pokemon Home connectivity would do a huge amount, I think, for, like, it would be a really fucking easy win for, like, everyone being like, fuck yeah, this was a great direct. Because then, you've got Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, is Gen 4, you'd have Gen 1 through 4, and let's say they announce a Gen 5 remake today, that would be Gens 1 through 5 that you don't need the 3DS to catch those Pokemon. You can get all the, like, it would only be Sun and Moon left. That you'd be missing, like, directly being able to catch those Pokemon on the Switch. And I think that would be a really good way to get a win. Lily of the Veil, 666, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you very much for playing the Poke Flute to wake Jeff Bezos up in a confused... and using that confusion to steal some coins from him and fly them over the table to me. Oh yeah, X and Y, sorry, yeah. We'd have X and Y, Sun and Moon. But you see my point, is if Gens 1 through 3 were on Nintendo Switch Online, we'd have a good chunk of the stuff that needs a 3DS right now wouldn't need a 3DS. You'd need X and Y, Sun and Moon, which obviously is still a barrier, but we'd be a lot closer. We would be much closer to that whole every Pokemon can be caught on the Switch thing. Hojo says, I just hope whatever games store announced are finished and polished. That's not how game development works. If these games are coming out months from now, they will not be finished at the moment that they're showing them to us. I can't go into huge specifics, but I sometimes do mock reviews for games, which means, like, a publisher will bring me in to review their game, like, sometimes a year, sometimes, like, a month or two before it's out, and be like, write a review as if it was coming out today, so we know, like, what to expect positive and negative reviews to be like. You would be surprised how many games, like 3 or 4 weeks from release are still like miles away from finished. Like how much of a game's development like comes together at the last minute. A game you see today will not be like if you're seeing a trailer for it today, the game itself is not in a ready state. That is just the reality of making games. I think a lot of people would be happy if we got Gen 5 remakes, because I think a lot of people do like Mega Revolutions. I would enjoy seeing Gen 5 have its own space at like VGC tournaments, so that you could basically bring back a little Mega Revolution competitive scene. Yeah, Pika, there's been a lot of discussions of Gen 5. I am on the train where I suspect it's going to be Ilka, the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl team, have been making a black and white remake. But, Mega Revos for Gen 6. Were Mega Revos Gen 6? I apologize. I'm bad at keeping track. Yeah, sorry, that was fucking... Yes, I'm bad at keeping track of where we are in the things. Was Gen 5... No, Gen 6 was Z Crystals? Like Z-Move Crystals? Was that Gen 6? No, was that Gen 5? Yeah, I know Gen 5 is black and white. It's the, they didn't let you catch anything other than the new 151 before you got to the post-game. Oh, triple battles and rotation was in Gen 5, yes. Z stuff was Gen 7, yeah, so that was... X and Y was Mega Revolutions, Sun and Moon was Z Crystals, yeah. 6 was Megas. Cool. Look, I in theory know these things, but I'm busy eating a sandwich, and food is here, and therefore my brain has shut down. It's a good tasty sandwich. Now, where is Incompetent Hero? Enjoy watching it with your friend? Will they have Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow on the Switch? I think they'd be stupid if they didn't. I think it's such an easy way. It's literally drag and drop some ROMs into a folder and get, like, everyone cheered. Like, it's the easiest win in a quiet year. You don't have a lot else to announce, just fucking show Gen 1 through 3 NSO. In theory, I know things, but I'm busy with food. Right, Echo? Right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see... Does anything seem to have concretely leaked in the way that, like, those Legends Arceus images did that one year? I don't think so, but let's have a look. No, nothing new. Okay. Yeah, I would prefer it if they put Fire Red, Leaf Green, but I suspect if they're going to put Gen 1, it would be the original Game Boy ones. If they end up with Let's Go Johto, I can't see them putting Gen 1 or 2 on NSO anytime soon. I'm merely speculating, though, and likely incorrect. I agree. I think if we see, like, Legends Celebi, then yeah, sure, I think we see Gen 1 through 3 on NSO. If it's Let's Go Johto, I think they'll go, we have Gens 1 and 2 already in the Let's Go form. We don't need to re-release the original versions. And in that case, I don't even know if they would put Gen 3 on NSO. If they're skipping Gens 1 and 2 on NSO, I don't think they bother to put any generations on NSO. Paradox Keldeo for a film. Now that would be interesting. I think Gen 5's as a Legends title would be better than a remake. Oh, Incompetent Hero. I'm not saying what I think would be better. I'm telling you what I think is likely. And what I think is likely is, Ilka is taking already basically 3D perspective Pokemon games that haven't yet had a remake and remaking them. I think that is what Ilka, that's what Ilka did with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I think that as soon as that was done, they were probably pipelined onto Gen 5. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm saying I think logically that's probably what happened. There we go. I have finished. I'm no longer trying to eat my sandwich that apparently took me 25 minutes to eat. Apologies. That was far more of the stream eating a sandwich than I intended, but yeah, that's the thing. I think if yeah, my gut says Gen 5. If we're getting Gen 2 and Gen 5 in some regard, Gen 5's a straight remake. Gen 2 is a Legends. Because we have the B team that made Legends, and we have Ilka, both of whom we don't know what they've been working on since Legends Arceus and BDSP. And we wouldn't expect the main team to be ready for Gen 10 because we are still in the competitive seasons. Troll prediction, they're announcing the opening of a second Pokemon Cafe roughly 10 blocks away from the current location. Pokemon 64 2. Oh, Picklebee, I'm sorry you missed sandwich time. It was a chocolate spread and also Cinnamon Toast Crunch spread sandwich. Each piece of toast had one of those two, stuck them together. It was Cinnamon Toast Crunch and chocolate in some toast. It was a good sandwich. When does the present start? In 2 minutes. You can see that premieres in 2 minutes in the bottom left, you see, that will tell you when it starts. We have a bingo card? I didn't do a bingo card because given that it's 13 minutes long, the bingo card would have been Pokemon Sleep update, Pokemon Go update, Pokemon Cafe Remix update, Pokemon Unite update. That would have been 4 of the squares, and the only things left would have been it would have been so boring. It would have been Gen 5 remake, Gen 2 spin-off, Pokemon comes to NSO. That would have been the whole bingo board, and it would have been like the really fucking obvious and the stuff that everyone has been rumoring and hinting at, and that would be an ambitious amount to squeeze into 13 minutes. Like, I really don't think this is a year where, like, there's a lot of room for wild speculation. Yeah, Masters EX, yeah, that was the other one. New Pokemon, just a dude. Yeah, they're just gonna be a complete knockoff of Sujimon. Right, let me end the Diamond and Pearl music quickly. There we go, and then bring the chat windows back up. So we're going to be in silence for just a moment, but we're nearly there. Unless Pokemon Cafe is like a cat cafe and I can pet a Skitty, I don't see the point. No, it's a connect the objects of the same color matching game thing. I tried playing it. It felt incredibly mindless. Like, there didn't seem to be a strategy element. I was just draw the line the things touch, go. And not even in a way that, like, set off the dopamine of, like, number go up. Yeah, no way that Gen 10 gets announced. Gen 6 works for Legends, as much works so well for historical stuff. Yeah, but I don't think we see Gen 6 Legends at this point. The Pokemon Company loves to hint where they're going next, and they really haven't been doing a lot to hint, other than, like, maybe physical proximity between Spain and France, but, like, it's a stretch. There's also not a lot of stuff that new they can announce if it's going to be for Switch 2. Yeah, but again, here's the thing I tell you all to remember. The Pokemon Company doesn't start releasing games on new hardware as soon as it releases. They are always a company that is, like, a year and a half into the new console's life, they'll still be releasing mainline entries for the last one. Like, you know that, like, was it Black and X and I think it was Black and White that came out like nearly 2 years into the 3DS's lifespan, and it was an original DS game. They like being where the big install base is, and that is in the old hardware. Okay, here we go. Was the last Legends even specific to a gen? Yeah, it was it was ancient, the region from Gen 4. Sinnoh. Hisui was ancient Sinnoh. It was Arceus was the legendary of Gen 4. It was, in theory, ancient past Gen 4. Okay, sorry, yeah, here we go. Hello, Solankel, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you for stealing money from Bezos. I don't have time to think of a witty reason why you did it, or how you did it. You snuck down his chimney, maybe. Thank you for doing that and giving me the money. Anyway, the Pokemon time. Okay. 13 minutes. Plus the minute or so of countdown, so... E-K-O-P... Oh, it's gonna reshuffle. Pokemon Presents, that's what it's gonna spell. I was trying to spell a word there. Yeah.
Hello everyone.
Let me turn this up a little.
Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day.
Yeah, it is.
This is the date that the Pokemon
Oh,
Red and
Unknown's
Pokemon
Gen
Green
2,
games
maybe.
were first released in Japan.
Maybe.
Our adventures with Pokemon, which started with the simple fun of collecting, trading, and battling in the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games, have expanded to fit into so many
Sir, you've only got
facets of daily
13
life,
minutes.
including walking
Speed
and
it up.
sleeping. We'll keep challenging ourselves to create new ways to enjoy Pokemon, and we hope you'll continue your
Sorry,
adventures
Echo.
with us.
I
Today,
know, I'm being
we
silly,
will be bringing
Kingary.
you all the latest news about Pokemon,
Oh,
including our newest title.
Tabletop Transformer, there
Mr.
will
Utsunomiya,
100% be
please
more
take it away.
Unite. We're gonna have like a minute
I'm
or two on
Utsunomiya
every
from the
spin-off.
Pokemon Company. I hope everyone has enjoyed their adventures in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games so far. To commemorate Pokemon Day,
Pokemon Legends
we've planned
Unknown
series
would be
of
a good
Terra Raid
title.
battle events where you'll be able to face off against a mighty Venusaur, Blastoise, and
Okay,
Charizard.
so if you
The
want
first of these
the
Terra Raid
Mighty
battle
Mark,
events
you can
will
get the
begin
Mighty
tomorrow.
Mark.
We hope you will all enjoy these raids.
Yeah, I'm not
Today,
a big person
I'd also like
about
to share
marks.
the latest updates on a number of our other games.
Yeah, so this
Please
is
have a look
this
at
is
this.
the Sleep Go EX Unite. They're gonna start with Unite, I'm gonna guess. No, called it wrong. Oh, I should have guessed they're starting with Go. They've just announced the new season for Go, which
A
is bigger in
collaboration event
Pokemon
with
Horizons.
Pokemon Go is on its way.
Yeah, Pokemon Sleep's out. It's a thing. Can I just say, it can't be overstated how much of a hit Pokemon
Pikachu wearing
Journey,
Cap's hat is making its debut.
Pokemon
It
Journeys
even knows
is
an
with
attack
kids.
new to Pokemon Go, Volt Tackle.
Yeah, kids fucking love this new series. Like, getting rid of
Charcadet,
Ash and
Armor
doing
Rouge, and
this
Ceruledge are
newly, like,
coming
reanimated series.
And Liko and Roy
Being
will
a
be
big
dropping
fucking hit
in
with
when you
kids.
snap a Pokemon Go
Sprigatito is
snapshot.
the new
So set out on
Pikachu
an
for, like, a
adventure
whole
with your
generation
new
of kids,
friends.
and it's wild. I must say, I'm surprised how much, like, boys have gotten on board with Sprigatito. Like, I assumed the marketing was going to be, like, very, this is the Pokemon for girls, but, like, nah. They're getting into Sprigatito. Sprigatito is, like, becoming very, very popular. Oh, I think this leaked. I think the EX stuff did leak in advance. This was the one thing that leaked was... I don't care about EX, so I didn't really logic it. I think one of these trainers is going to have a shiny as one of their Pokemon. I think that's a thing. I paid so little attention. Oh no, sorry, this is Sleep. This isn't EX. Okay, Legendaries are coming to Sleep, I guess. Yeah, EX something leaked for. Wait, my brain's all over the place. There's Pokemon. I saw a Pokemon, my brain just stopped thinking. Yeah, this is Sleep. I caught up with you. Okay, so it's just these Legendary, the trio. Yeah, Legend Celebi does seem like... We opened with the Unknown, now we're adding the Gen 2... We're adding the Gen 2 dogs to Sleep. Yes, sorry, this was the one that leaked. I think one of these trainers has a shiny on their team.
I never give up.
Don't make this game look
We're
cool.
just getting started.
Oh yeah, shiny Tyranitar.
We're the greatest in the world.
I think that was
You're
a shiny.
the greatest and strongest partner I
Maybe
could
I'm
ask
wrong.
for.
I'm pretty sure that's a shiny Tyranitar. Yeah, okay, we're adding Gen 2 to Pokemon Sleep, we're adding Gen 2 to EX. We opened with Gen 2 unknowns. Okay, I feel like maybe it's coincidental, but it does feel like they're leaning real hard on Gen 2. Yeah, I wish this wasn't a fucking gacha. I want a Pokemon game I can play on my phone that's good. Okay, Cafe Remix. I think it's only Unite left after this, of their spin-offs. You know what? We might be done before the 7-minute mark. We might be spending less time on spin-offs than I anticipated. The art style for this is adorable. I wish the game was better. I wish I enjoyed this game more. Maybe I need to give it another try. I want to like it. Well, yeah, they might announce a new spin-off gacha, but of the ones we know about, Pokemon Unite should be the end of this. It should be about half spin-offs and about... You know what? This is about the quickest they've gone through updates for the spin-offs. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. I assumed Koraidon was gonna be announced as well, but no, it's Miraidon and Phalanx. Why does this game have to be such a fucking pay-to-win mess? The brief amount of it I played, I really enjoyed. It's one of the few times I've ever enjoyed a MOBA. But I just don't like the fucking monetization shit with it. So yeah, that should be all the spin-offs? Yeah. Yeah, that was about 5 minutes. That leaves us about 7 to do new games, or new announcements.
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Oh, is this going to be a new weird thing? Oh, it's a new weird thing. Oh! Are we doing a proper TCG game on mobile? Okay. This advert is really implying that they're just giving you packs for free at random. You'll just sometimes get a free pack of cards to open on your phone without spending any money. And there is part of me that really likes that idea of occasionally my phone going, you can open Pokemon cards now. Ooh. Yeah, but can I actually... You're showing me a lot of opening and not a lot of playing. And that's... Yeah, trading. Can I battle? Can I do TCG battles on my phone with cards that I win for free? That's quite a nice looking interface. It's not going to have a single player mode, is it? It's not going to have a single player. It's going to be PvP only. Maybe it is people sending you packs as gifts. Oh yeah. I've been wanting them to do a proper mobile TCG. Like, I want Hearthstone but Pokemon cards. That's TCG Live, the one that's already out, I think. I don't think so. This does not look... Maybe I'm wrong. This does not look familiar to any of the ones I've seen when trying to look for what they're up to. Yeah, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. That's not TCG Live. Oh, okay, two free packs of cards a day. You know what? 2 free packs of trading cards today in a game like that?
What you just saw was the world's
That's
first
pretty
look at
reasonable.
Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. This game lets you easily collect Pokemon cards, which players all over the world
You know
have
what?
enjoyed since they debuted
If I can
in
just open 2 free
1996,
packs of trading
but
cards a
in a
day
new digital
on my
format.
phone,
The
I'm
Pokemon
kind.
Company is developing this game
well,
as a 3-party collaboration with Creatures Inc.,
It's
the
tempting.
creators of the Pokemon
We'll
Trading
see.
Card game.
We'll
and
see in
DNA
practice.
Are partners in the development of Pokemon Masters EX.
Yes,
To
if
mark
the
the
free
launch of
packs
this
arrive
title,
at random
Here's a message
times,
from Mr. Yuji Kitano,
I'm actually kind of
President
into
and
it.
CEO of Creatures.
I'm
Kitano,
cautiously
take it away.
I'm cautiously interested. Not even
Hello,
optimistic.
everyone. I'm Yuji
Cautiously
Kitano
interested.
from Creatures Inc. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for enjoying the Pokemon
Okay, we've got
Trading
5
Card
minutes.
Game. With Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, We hope to bring
Which
you
is
all
not a lot
new
of time
way
if
to
we're getting
enjoy the
Gen
Pokemon
5 and
trading
Gen
card
2,
game.
so
we are hard at work developing
we'll
digital
see.
cards.
They said that
When
was
we
coming
develop physical
2024.
cards,
They didn't
we
say a
strive
year,
to
did
please
they?
by taking great care with our paper quality, colors, and printing process.
Yeah, Talus Alankil,
Since
as
this
long
game
as they
uses
don't
mobile
pull some
devices rather
bullshit,
than
as
paper,
long as
we're
the free
challenging
packs
ourselves to
have the
express
same
that
pull
care in
rates
new
as the
ways
pay
that are
as a
only
paid
possible
pack would,
digitally,
I'm super okay with it.
such as
But
using
again,
the
I'm
characteristics of the
cautiously
screen
like,
to
yeah,
show
they
off
could.
brilliant
There's ways
colors
they
and
could
stylish
fuck it up.
effects.
We'll see.
One way we're accomplishing this is with immersive cards, which give players the experience of leaping into the world of the card illustration.
Pickleby, look, if anything's happening,
What's
I think
more,
it is
we've
the Gen
developed
5
new
remakes.
streamlined game rules
Like,
based on our existing
If
battle
we're only
system,
going to
so you
get
can
one
enjoy a
between
quick
Gen
battle
2 and Gen
during
5,
free
I think we
moments
get
in
Gen
your
5.
day.
I think we see Gen 5 remakes very quickly. Yeah, we got
Our three
about
companies
4
are all
minutes.
working hard to deliver a fun experience for those of you who already enjoy
we'll
the
see.
Pokemon
We'll see what they
trading card
show.
game, as well as those who've never played before.
Look,
We hope you
I'm
look forward to the
one of the
results
few
our
people
latest
that
efforts in
didn't
the world
dislike
of the Pokemon trading
BDSP.
card game,
I wish they'd
Pokemon
had
Trading Card Game Pocket.
the things from Platinum.
Thank you
I think
so
that was a
much.
real wasted opportunity. Okay, 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Kisano.
There's been a lot of Gen 2 stuff, but Gen 5
We
remake
plan
feels
to
like a
launch
lot
Pokemon Trading Card Game
like a
Pocket
much
within
easier
2024.
prediction. We'll see.
Please look forward to more details in the future. Just one more thing. We'd like to end today's presentation
Okay, just
with
one
one
more
final
thing.
video for you all.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in.
Super interesting. So, yeah. Is it Gen 5 or is it Gen 2? Soeywe? What did that spell? Yeah, is it an anagram? Okay, we get maybe 2 minutes for this trailer. Urban redevelopment plan, blank city. A vision of beautiful coexistence between people and Pokemon. Is this Gen 5 Legends? Is it Gen 5 Legends in Old New York? Huh. I did not think that's where we would be going, direction-wise, unless... it looks like X and Y. Really? Do you think we skip over... Oh, that is a frou-frou. Huh, Gen 6 Legends, nothing Gen 5 or Gen 2. That'd be fucking wild if accurate. Yeah, Pyroar. Yeah, this is some Gen 6 shit. Huh. What was all the hinting about Gen 5 from folks about? This doesn't look like the past either. Could this be like a modern day legend? Like a Legends in a modern day town? Lumio City, yeah, okay. Well done, whoever fucking called Gen 6 Legends. Yeah, no, I think that was the BT, was that the BT? Yeah, no, you even called the fucking Zygarde shit, yeah. Okay. Pokemon Z is real. Huh. Yeah, Mega Revolution's coming back. Absolutely fucking called it. Singular person in chat. Okay, I wanna go back for a sec.
Characteristics of the screen. These are. Thank you so.
In the future.
Yeah, because like this is clearly a Legends game. Yeah. So what was this going on about? Soeywe. You were. It's coming out next year, not this year. Yeah, but again, Legends Arceus was a similar thing. It was announced on Pokemon Day. It came out, I think, January, February the following year. Probably does mean that it's going to be before the Switch 2 launches, because it seems like that's probably going to be March 2025. Like, it could be Switch 2 territory, but my gut says this probably comes out, like, it's probably going to be one of the song swans for the Switch. Mega Evolution's coming back in a Legends game. Okay. Thing we need to take on board. This is a Legends game. It's going to have Mega Evolutions. They're teasing Mega Evolutions. That means held items. Because you got to hold on to the fucking Mega Evolution stones. Like, unless they, like, revamp it and you can just Mega Evolve without holding the stone, it does seem to imply held items will be a thing in Legends Zeta Alpha. Is the unknown something weird like a translation problem? I don't know. What was the releasing simultaneously thing? It's just to say, like, hey, we don't have a release date, but the release date will be the same worldwide. It's not, it's a thing they sometimes say to go, it's not gonna be delayed in one region or another. It's just gonna release in all the regions at the same time. Although, look, if you want a conspiracy brain that simultaneous release thing, maybe it is releasing for Switch 2 in 2025, and what this is telling us is Switch 2 will release worldwide on a singular date. So, like, don't worry, it's not like Switch 2 is going to be out earlier in Japan and the game will be out earlier in Japan or some shit like that. The BT says, remember, Legends is set in the 19th century. I mean, there's nothing to say that this Legends has to be set in the 19th century. The last one was set maybe then. But there's nothing to say a new one has to be set at the same time period. I don't think the trailer specified a platform, but there's no reason why they would, because right now there's only one Switch and no other Switch has been announced. I imagine this will have the funny little Pokédex tasks. Let's see. Yeah, because this looks... I'm curious about time period. Because here it seems to be implying, like, an older setting. But this really makes it feel like modern day. I'm trying to look for signifiers of time period. Yeah, my gut is like 1900s. Yeah, turn of the century France. Now watch for someone to have already mapped out, like, Pokemon we can confirm coming to the new Legends game. But you know what this means? This heavily implies no Pokemon game this year. No Ilka Gen 5 remake, no... Like, there's updates to existing Pokemon games. We're gonna have a calendar year in which there's no new Pokemon out, which is probably not a bad thing. The Unknown definitely does say SEO, YUE, which feels like a translation thing, so you... Okay, the Japanese Twitter confirmed the official name is pronounced Pokemon Legends Z2A. Okay, interesting. I'd have just gone with Pokemon Legends Zygarde. I don't think it's a good idea to have a name that you have to explain how to pronounce. Didn't get the TCG game I wanted. I mean, there was a TCG game. It might not be the one you wanted, but it was a TCG game. I'm surprised we're not seeing Pokemon come to NSO. That not happening really does surprise me. Now, that looking like almost like a Pokeball from above is a great visual. I do love this. Urban redevelopment plan. Yeah, is the setting here like... I know that this doesn't exist in the Pokemon world, but, like, I'm thinking about, like, time periods in French history. Is this, like, post-war Reconstruction France? Yeah. Or, yeah, it could be a blueprint of city they plan to build. So it could be that there's no city, but by the end of the game there is the big city. Yeah, that is, if that's meant to be read as Z2A, that's a not a clear logo. Okay, it does say Nintendo Switch. Yeah, and here's the thing. As I said before, I wouldn't expect any new Pokemon thing announced today to be, like, Switch 2 exclusive or anything. Because the Pokemon Company, their MO is to make stuff for the last-gen system. I would expect them to probably go the route of, it releases on Switch, but it has, like, a Switch 2 patch or something. Okay. I'm not sure what I thought I expected, but it's an interesting one. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. It's jiggling.
I'm Utsuno.
I'm gonna leave it here because I'm gonna go and continue editing the Sujimon rap with the wonderful Jonathan Holmes. It is a poker rap parody, but about like a dragon infinite wealth. I can give you a little preview if you want to hear a tiny bit of it for those that weren't around the stream yesterday. I'm gonna go continue editing that, so that's probably when my day is gonna go. Give me a sec to... Oh, I'm not on screen. Give me a second. Hello. I'm going to give you a little snippet of what I am working on today. Here it is.
I want to be the best that's ever been. Beat up all the rest, mine are the best team.
Dancing Tater, Gang Lord, Dope, Soda Cheese, Dancing Madman, Freddy Curd, Nameless, Kuriki, Bogus Barney, Wild Hog, Squirmworm, Cottage Cheese, Surgy Silver, Kwame Red, Grass Snake, Toxic Creep,
Ride 'em, ma. Sujimon, I'll search across the Hawaii.
There's your little snippet on what I'm working on this afternoon. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Goodbye.